So you want to know more about Simi Valley, California. In this video, I'm going to take you on a map tour and show you 18 different hiking trails Simi Valley has to offer. Let's get started. If this is your first time on the channel, subscribe below, tap the notification bell so you can be notified of the current market changes in Simi Valley, California. My name is Steve Heiss, my partner is Trisha Garcia, and we get phone calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Simi Valley, California, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to make a move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below so we can help you make a smooth move to Simi Valley, California. All right, let's get started. I'm excited to show you the 18 hiking and biking trails Simi Valley has to offer. All right, let's go to Simi Valley. And by the way, as we do this, I want to let you know I do get this information from the trail guide put out by the Simi Valley Parks and Rec. All right, so we are here in Simi Valley. A quick little tidbit of information: Simi Valley is home to about 126 to 127,000 residents. If you actually take the square footage of Simi Valley, I should say square mileage, it's about 42 square miles total. All right, but within those 42 square miles, we've got a lot of great people and a lot of great hiking trails. Let's get started. The first one I want to show you is called Alamos Canyon Trail. So Alamos Canyon Trail is on the northern western part of the valley, and I'm going to try to navigate this the best I can without making it too messy. Let's see here. Oops, wrong way. All right, here we go. So Alamos Canyon Trail. It's halfway to Moore Park, by the way, and I'm going to highlight the trail for you. It's 4.5 miles total. To get to this trail, you pretty much would have to get off at Madera Road. So take the 118 freeway, head south on Madera, then you'd have to take Easy Street down. Easy Street will lead you all the way down this curvy little road here. And right over here is a small street. And off of this small street, and it's called, by the way, it's called Quimisa Drive. You take this and you end up right where this little park is. Now this park is actually also a campsite. A lot of people from Simi Valley didn't know we had a campsite in Simi, but we do. And that is actually where the trailhead starts for this as well. Okay, so I'm going to zoom back out so we can kind of get a glimpse of what this trail actually looks like. All right, here we go. The trail, again, it starts over this park. It takes you right through here. This part of the trail is pretty easy, loops over and comes back. Now you do go underneath the freeway to continue on. It does fork off into two different directions, but all it really is just a big loop. So it takes you right around through here. As you come through here, you're kind of near the landfill, so it might be a little stinky, but that's okay. It's still a nice little hike. Comes back through here, and then it'll take you back to the beginning. Okay, again, that is Alamos Canyon Trail, 4.5 miles. Next, I want to take you a little bit south to Mount McCoy. Mount McCoy is one of my favorites. And it's also one of the favorites of a lot of the Simi Valley locals. And the reason why is because we also call it the hike to the cross. If you take this trail to the very top, there is a huge cross up there. And it's quite a feat to get up there, but it's worth it once you get there. Okay, to get to this trail, what you have to do is you have to come down Madera, head south down Madera. Right where it meets Royal, you would turn west onto Royal, and you actually get into this small little neighborhood. There's a small street over here called Washburn, or you can head down this one over here. And here we go. All right, this one I believe is called Los Amigos. Let me see here. All right, yeah, Los Amigos. It's going to take you right through here. At the very end of Los Amigos is the trailhead, or if you were to have taken Washburn, you'll start here. In either case, this is the trailhead right here. I'm going to highlight this for you so you can see what the trail actually looks like. All right, here we go. Here it is. So it takes you right up through here, As it starts to get pretty steep, it zigzags. Makes it a little bit easier on your legs because it is a very steep hill. But once you get to the top of that hill, you are right here, which is where the cross is. And the scenery there is just amazing. I do encourage you to check out this trail for sure. All right, next we're gonna move into the Wood Ranch part of Simi Valley, which is south. And when we get into this part of the valley, we're gonna see a few different trails over here. A lot of good ones actually. All right, so Wood Ranch Trail, you can see it right here. This is where the trailhead is. This park here is actually called Coyote Park. So the way to get to this is you would head down this road here, which is First Street. So freeway is way up here, and then you head down First Street. First Street turns into Long Canyon right around where this curve is. Okay, so, but to get to Coyote Park, where Wood Ranch Trail begins, you actually have to turn into this road here, right? So let me open it up a bit. All right, there's a few different ways to get to it actually, but the way I like to do it is right through here, okay. You have to turn on to Bluegrass, and then you head down Valley Gate. And then when you get to Valley Gate, you head all the way down to where it curves, and you're gonna see a big triangle park, and that actually is Coyote Park, which is again where the trailhead is. This trail, I'm gonna highlight for us. There it is. This trail takes you up a hill, downhill. It's kind of a zigzaggy type of a trail, but it's a fun one. You've got some great scenery as you get to the top, and it's gonna lead you into another trail right here, which is what we're gonna get to in just a short while. Next, though, I wanna move on to Canyon View Trail. Canyon View Trail, there's actually a west entrance and an eastern entrance for Canyon View Trail. And again, Long Canyon Road is where the entrance is. But what I was gonna say was, again, First Street turns into Long Canyon. So if you go all the way south on First, you're gonna end up on Long Canyon, and you're gonna have two different trailheads. So let me highlight those for you now. Here's one just as it turns into Long Canyon. There's a trailhead. Let me see if I can zoom in for you a little bit. Oh, it's right around here. I don't know if you can see that, but there is one here. And then the second one is the more common one, which is on the west side, right off of Long Canyon and where Wood Ranch Parkway is. So here it is right here. This is a 1.7 mile trail. And if you take it all the way right through here, there's a little bench you can sit on, and you can actually take this trail here, which will lead you to what we just spoke about, which is Wood Ranch Trail. All right, the next one I want to take you through is Long Canyon Trail. This is a pretty lengthy trail, 4.6 miles. It's one of the Simi Valleyans' favorite trails, and I think it's just because it's an amazing trail. And there's a lot of, there's some shallow pieces to the trail, there's some steep pieces to the trail. The scenery when you get to the top is amazing. So let's take a look at that. So here we are. This is very close to Canyon View Trail, also off of Long Canyon. And here we go. Oh, also what I want to mention about this trail was it does have a huge parking lot here. And by huge, I mean you can fit maybe 15 cars there. But in either case, there is a parking lot there, so that is very helpful. All right, so this trail is 4.6 miles. It does take you, I'm trying to scroll here for us, or scoot this back a little bit. It does start here at the very southern side of Simi Valley Wood Ranch. It comes all the way up through here. As you get to these hills, it gets pretty steep. But once you get to the top, again, the view is amazing, and it will take you all the way through here. Here we go. It will take you all the way through here. Whoops. Kind of veers or splits off. You can do a loop over here. It's a really cool trail. Again, when you get to this part of the trail, the views are just amazing. All right, now I want to take you to Creekside Trail. Creekside Trail is also very close. You do have to go to Challenger Park to get to the entrance of that. So Long Canyon, which is this road right here, actually First Street / Long Canyon. Right over here is Challenger Park Road, and then right here is the park, Challenger Park. Let me highlight that for us. So the trailhead is here. It's also one right off of Long Canyon. But what this one does is, let's see if we can do this here. You're going to take this trail and it just kind of veers back and forth. It's 1.2 miles, but it is actually going to end up at Long Canyon Trail, the very east side of Long Canyon Trail. So if you wanted to hop onto Long Canyon Trail from Creekside Trail, it's a great thing to do. All right, so now let's move on to Big Sky Trail. Big Sky Trail is all the way to the north of Simi Valley, so that's where we're heading now. All right, Big Sky Trail is at the very top of Erringer. So if you're on the freeway, you're gonna get off at Erringer and you're gonna travel north. As you enter into the Big Sky area, Big Sky Tract, you're going to see a fire station right here. This is a fire station, and the trailhead actually is right here, right here. So in fact, the video I did for the introduction to this video is the trailhead for Big Sky Trail. I did it right on this part of the trail. And so what I wanted to mention about this one is when you park, you are gonna have to park in this neighborhood over here or in this neighborhood over here. All right, so here we go. Big Sky Trail is a fun one. It's a great one for the kids. It's not too difficult. There are some steep parts of it, but nothing too crazy. Let me highlight it for us. All right, so here we go. Trailhead is right here. As you go through this part of the trail, there is a creek. In fact, you can kind of see all the green right here. All the shrubbery is nice and dark green. There is a creek that kind of goes through here. So when it rains, water's coming through there and it's really pretty. All right, so Big Sky Trail. I'm gonna make it so we can see it all here. Trailhead is here. It comes up through the back of these homes here. Then it forks off into two different trails, and you can take either one and make it a loop, or you can end it at Lost Canyon, which is right here. And then here's the other trailhead. So again, that is a total of 3.5 miles if you were to do all of it. It's a great little hike, and it will take some time if you take the kids with you, but I do recommend that you try it out. Next, we're gonna move to Runkle Canyon. Runkle Canyon is on the south side of Simi Valley. And what's cool about this one is you start at a park that is just amazing. It's one of my favorite parks. All right, Runkle Canyon. You're gonna go down Sequoia. So Sequoia is between Sycamore and Tapo Canyon, very south side. So this yellow road right here is Sequoia. And once you get up through here, you're gonna see a newer housing development. All of this is a newer housing development. And all right, so to get to this trail, you have to go up Sequoia, and you're gonna make a left, or head west onto Runkle Hall Road, which turns into Fur Road. And here's the park I was telling you about. I love this park. The view is amazing from this park. It's nice and quiet. It's peaceful. It's green. And what's really cool about this park is this right here this is two beach volleyball courts. So it's sand courts there, and every once in a while I see some folks playing beach volleyball, and that's a lot of cool. A lot of people from Simi Valley don't even know that those beach volleyball courts even exist. All right, let's get back to the trails though. Let me zoom back out so I can highlight the trail for you. Okay, so Runkle Canyon Trail is 2.3 miles, and it will veer off into another trail should you decide to take it, but I'm just gonna show you the Runkle Canyon piece. All right, again, it starts here at the park, comes all the way up through here. It's not too difficult of a hike. it comes all the way up here, then starts getting pretty steep over here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So you can kind of see what the trail does. It comes all the way up through here, gets a little steep through here, curves around. It ends right here, 2.3 miles. Again, here's some other trails here, but that's not part of what I'm gonna go over today. Next, we're gonna move on to Tapo Canyon Trail. Tapo Canyon is, of course, just off of Tapo Canyon, but it's on the very north side of Simi Valley. So let's go there now. All right, Tapo Canyon Trail. Right through here. So again, it's on the very northern side of Tapo Canyon. Right here is Lost Canyon. So we were over here already when we talked about Big Sky Trail. Big Sky Trail ends right around here. Oh, here's Big Sky Trail. Okay, so if you continue on through Lost Canyon or head up north on Tapo Canyon, the trailhead for Tapo Canyon Trail is right here, just before it turns, just before you can get onto Lost Canyon. Let me highlight that. All right, here we go. Here is the trailhead. All right, so Tapo Canyon Trail is 3.3 miles, and it's a pretty easy walk as you go through here. And it will split off into a fork. You can take either direction. This is called, I believe it's called Tessie's Loop or Tessa's Loop. But you can take either direction, and it's going to end up in this canyon, which we're going to talk about right now, which is called Chivo Canyon. All right, Chivo Canyon is right through here. All right, so Chivo Canyon is just off of Yosemite. So if you take the 118 freeway, you get off at Yosemite, you travel north, you come up through this road, it starts to curve. And then right here is where it turns into Cottonwood Drive, which is also where the trailhead for Chivo Canyon is. Let me highlight this for us. Chivo Canyon is right here. The trailhead begins, comes up through here, a nice little walk. Chivo Canyon comes all the way down through these hills, and it ends right about here. Chivo Canyon is 1.6 miles. It's a nice little hike. All right, next I'm gonna take you on to Las Llajas Canyon. This is one of the locals' favorites. People who like to ride their bikes on the trails, this is one of their favorites. It's a long one. It's great for bicyclers. So let's go there now. By the way, Las Llajas is 5.5 miles total. And where are we? Here we are. Las Llajas is also off of Yosemite. So take Yosemite, and there's a small street here called Evening Sky Drive. Right through here is Evening Sky Drive, okay? So you turn onto Evening Sky, and you pass some of these homes here, and there is, the trailhead is right here. I know it says here, but it's actually here. This actually is the beginning of Las Llajas. Again, that's 5.5 miles. I'm gonna highlight that for us now. Here it is. Okay, Las Llajas goes way back into these hills. It's way back into these hills. It's got some ups and downs. Again, 5.5 miles right through here. It's a very pretty ride, not too difficult to hike or to ride on. It ends up right on this hiking trail right here, which is called Rocky Peak Trail. We're gonna get to that one towards the end, but Rocky Peak Trail is one where I believe 4 trails actually kind of go into it. So Las Llajas is one of them. Now we're gonna move on to Chumash Trail. Chumash Trail is very close. All right, here we are. All right, so the entrance to Las Llajas was right here. If you continue down Evening Sky Drive, you're gonna end up at Chumash Trail right here. Or if you were to go up Yosemite and turn onto Flanagan Drive, you're gonna end up in the same spot. There's a trailhead here and a trailhead here. Let me highlight that for us. Here we are. Chumash Trail goes 2.8 miles through these hills here. And it doesn't actually do a little loop like that. That was, as I was highlighting, my mouse got kind of screwy and did that circle. But it does kind of come up through these hills here, and it ends up on this trail, which again is Rocky Peak Trail. We're gonna get to that towards the end. Next, we're gonna move on to the Northridge Trail. Not to be confused with Northridge, California, but this is the Northridge Trail in Simi Valley. It is a 1.3 mile trail, and it actually starts, oh, here we are. It starts right off of Flanagan and Yosemite. So again, there's another trail right off Yosemite again. It's this one right here. Let me highlight it for us. So Northridge kind of comes up through here. It's a bit difficult to climb up this hill because it is pretty steep. That's why there's a little bit of a zigzag there. But once you get to the top, you do see the whole valley, and let me tell you, it is beautiful. All right, so then you're gonna come through here. It brings you all the way through here. It's a 1.3 mile hike or ride. And when you get to the end of it, you can either turn around or you can continue on, just cross the street, and you end up on the Las Llajas Trail. All right, we're gonna move on to Parker Ranch Trail. Parker Ranch Trail is on the south side of Simi. Okay, so Parker Ranch Trail is off of Stearns. 118, go south on, or get off at Stearns, go south. Once you get to LA Avenue or Los Angeles Avenue, you're gonna make a left or travel west. And then you're gonna turn onto this small street right here, which I believe is Hidden Park. Yeah, Hidden Ranch Drive. So you turn on to Hidden Ranch Drive, you're gonna go over the railroad tracks, and you're gonna park right in here somewhere where you can. And the trailhead is right here. Let me highlight that for us. All right, here we go. The trailhead is right here. It's a short one actually, a 0.06, so just over half a mile. Takes you right through here, up through here. A little bit of a hike as you get in here because it gets kind of steep. But when you get to the top again, you've got some great views of Simi Valley, some great views. Again, that's a short one. Let's move on to the next one, which is Hummingbird Trail, one of my favorites. And it's also one of the favorites of the local folks from Simi Valley. I think it's because it's an easy hike, but also because this is where you can go into the caves if you wish to. Let's move on to the Hummingbird Trail. It's on the north side of Simi Valley. This one's right off of Cooner Drive. All right, so here we are. This is Cooner, where my mouse is. This yellow road here is Cooner. Just as you go past this bend here, this is the hiking trail entrance. Okay, if you continue on, this is Hummingbird Ranch, which is pretty cool. If you've ever been to an event there, you'll see it's an amazing place. Wedding, anything. There's a few events that go on there, concerts and so forth. It's really cool. If you ever get a chance to go to Hummingbird Ranch, I recommend you go. It's really cool. Okay, but for this purpose, for this video at least, I wanted to show you the trail. This area here that I'm kind of hovering over, right now there are actually some homes there. So they recently developed some homes there, and the trailhead is right here. So let me highlight that for us. Here we go. Hummingbird Trail is 2 miles long. Not everybody does the full 2 miles because they like to stop at the caves and then they like to head back. So this is the entrance right over here, right off of Cooner. Come through here. It's a pretty easy hike actually. It's a little bit steep over here, but the caves are right around here. Caves are right around here. And when you get into the caves, you can kind of see, you can kind of overlook Simi Valley, and it's really cool. If you continue on, you go through here for the full 2 miles, and you end up again at Rocky Peak Trail. So I think that's the third one so far that goes into Rocky Peak Trail. Okay, next we're gonna head over into Corriganville. Corriganville Trail is just off of Corriganville, which is an area where there was a lot of filming done. A lot of filming has been done throughout the years in Corriganville. This is where they've filmed movies, TV shows, music videos, TV commercials. Back in the 60s, they had a big motorcycle racing trail there. And so it's kind of a cool thing to see. Even if you visit just once, you're gonna see some of the old movie sets and so forth. All right, so let's move on to Corriganville. Let's see here. Corriganville is right over here. There it is. All right, so Corriganville is pretty easy to get to. You take the 118 freeway, get off at Cooner. You're gonna travel south and go to the very end, and you're gonna see a street called Smith Road. You go east onto Smith Road, and it's gonna pretty much take you all the way into the Corriganville area. All right. So right over here, this is all Corriganville. Okay. The trails, I'm going to highlight one at a time here. The first trail is right through here. By the way, you can park all in here. This is a huge parking area over here. And the smaller trail starts here. It does like a small, almost like a heart-shaped trail. It's a pretty easy trail if you just want to do, flat walking with the kids. It's perfect right here. And by the way, inside of here, there's some picnic benches and some resting areas. Okay, so trail number 2, this is the longer one. Trail number 2, it can get pretty difficult as you climb these hills because it's pretty steep. You're literally going up a very steep hill, and it can get tiring on your legs. Okay, so this trail, if you take this trail at the beginning of Corriganville, it takes you up this little hill here. You're gonna go underneath the freeway. There's a huge tunnel under the freeway. You go under it, it's really cool. And then some rocks over here, you come up through here, and you end up on this trail, which is Rocky Peak Trail. There it is one more time. And then the third trail out of Corriganville is this one, which I've just highlighted. You take the second trail just a small ways up, and then you veer off into this trail. It takes you all the way back here, and you end up on Santa Susana Pass. All right, the next one I want to take you to is the one we've talked about 4 times already, which is Rocky Peak Trail. It's a very long one. By the way, if you were to do Corriganville, all those trails, it's about 4 miles. All right, but we're going to move on to Rocky Peak Trail right now. Rocky Peak Trail is right here. This is the 118 freeway. This off-ramp is Rocky Peak Road. There is parking, a little bit of parking here, but there's more parking here. Mainly what people do is they park over here, and then they'll just walk across the bridge. Okay, so this trail is pretty long. It's about 6 miles long, and I'm gonna highlight it for us. This one goes all the way up into the hills, all the way up into the hills. People like to ride their bikes up this one as well, not just walk, but ride their bikes. You're gonna come through here. This first trail that it hits is the one we just spoke about off of Corriganville. This light green one is the Hummingbird Ranch Trail. And then if you continue up through Rocky Peak Trail, you're going to keep going on here. This trail is Chumash, the Chumash Trail, which we spoke about. And then if you go all the way to the top, you're gonna end up right here, and this one here is Las Llajas, which we spoke about as well. And then it kind of ends right up in here. So that whole Rocky Peak Trail is 6 miles. I've never done all 6 miles, I'll be honest with you. But I think the folks that like to do the full 6 miles are usually on a bike. All right. We've got one more, by the way. We're looking at Stagecoach Trail. It's a small one. It's a fun one. Good for the kids. It's an easy one. Stagecoach Trail is just right across the freeway from Rocky Peak Trail. We're gonna go there now. Here it is. Okay. Stagecoach Trail is, again, right off of Santa Susana Pass. And what you'd have to do is you'd have to park your car right around here. There are a few little spots you can kind of park in. Let me highlight the trail. Okay, here we are. Here is the trail. It's only a half-mile trail. But again, it's a fun one for the kids. Take them through here. Where you end up is at a historical park. This little area here is actually considered a historical park. And that's it. It's a half a mile. So there it is. We've got 18 trails that I've just gone through in Simi Valley. Of course, there are more. As you go through a lot of these trails, you can kind of veer off into other trails that aren't necessarily marked in the Parks and Rec's trail guide. But you know, throughout the years, people have veered off and created their own trails. A lot of fun hiking trails, biking trails to go through in Simi Valley. A lot of them have just amazing views. If you notice, all these trails are on the outskirts of Simi Valley. You know, on the northern side, we've got some hills, and on the southern side, we've got some hills. And as you go through these hills, the views are just amazing. I recommend that you, if you don't try all of them, at least do a few of them. You have to at least do a few of the trails, and start with the easier ones. Hummingbird Trail is one that people like to start with because it's fun, it's easy, and the views are amazing. You get to check out the caves. It's really cool. So again, if you want more information on the different trails in Simi Valley, you know, elevation, difficulty, things like that, I encourage you to check out the trail guide put out by the Simi Valley Parks and Rec. Now, you can go to their website. It's rsrpd.org, and there's all sorts of information on the trails in Simi Valley, on the parks in Simi Valley, things to do in Simi Valley, all sorts of information that I recommend you just check out the site and you know, see what it's all about. All right, so that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching this video. Do me a favor though, if this video was of value to you, please subscribe, tap the notification bell, leave a comment, press the like button, say something nice. That's it, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope to see you around town.